That's right. I bet you didn't know that you have an absolutely free vocal coach that can work with you one-on-one on a daily basis.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
No, it's not Ken Tamplin. I know you're still guessing, but no, it's not Tristan Paredes. It's not Brett Manning either, sorry. No, not Seth Riggs. It's not even yours truly. It's actually yourself. Believe it or not. Now, before you jump on me and say, I'm not a vocal coach, okay? I've never had any singing training at all, so how are you calling me a vocal coach? I want to tell you something. If you work in front of a mirror on your singing, you'll be able to notice certain things that you may have never been aware of before. And this is one of the ways that vocal coaches, like myself and the others mentioned, actually work with you one-on-one to improve your voice. We watch what you do when you sing certain things. So by you doing that and filling our shoes, you can actually save quite a bit of money and potentially key in on some massive aspects that are ruining your singing and start to improve on them. Now that I'm done with the hype, you're right, this is not a perfect solution to replace a vocal coach. But if you do this wisely and you do it correctly, you can actually do quite a bit by yourself in front of a mirror. Here's why. When you're singing, there are certain things to look out for. And if you know what to look for, you can actually undo some of the bad habits that you may be involved in. Now, you may have heard me say this before, but a lot of learning how to sing is not learning a new skill, but learning how to undo the bad habits that we have tied up in the current skill. So the very first thing you need to know before you step in front of that mirror or your vocal coach is, what are those bad habits that could potentially be causing problems? Well, number one is strain. Where does strain come from and how does it happen? Well, strain is that sound that we have as we start to sing a little bit higher. We all are familiar with it. When we go up a little bit higher and we're not able to quite hit those pitches, we will sometimes push or force our voice to try to get there. That is straining for those sounds. If you want to sing with more confidence and power, then you have to sign up for my lesson subscription. You get 2 group lessons with me personally every single week. You get access to all my courses, and you get access to recordings of all my one-on-one lessons with my students. That will help you learn vicariously through them. Click the link down below to sign up now. Now, what's happening when I'm straining? My neck muscles are getting involved in a way that they shouldn't. And they're trying to help and they're good on them, but like really they're not necessary. We got to tell them, leave us alone, let the vocal cords and the muscles associated with the vocal cords do the work that they're supposed to do. And you guys can just chill out, relax, stay on the sidelines. That's something that you can do in front of a mirror. If you're watching yourself and you're doing a scale and you watch your neck very carefully, watch mine as I do this. If you watch and you see everything's pretty relaxed, then you're in a good place. But if you watch and you see this, that's a problem right there. 2 things went wrong that you might notice. 1, my neck started to clench and there's muscles that are tightening there. Number 2, my jaw started to jut forward. The jaw should be able to hinge down and back as we're singing. When we open our mouth for any vowel, we want to make sure that we have this natural hinging of the jaw. We don't want any of that forward jutting movement. So this type of strain or tension is probably the number one thing to look out for and the thing that's probably going to pop up the most. So it doesn't matter what scale, what song, what anything you're doing with singing, obviously. In front of the mirror, watch out for how your body responds when you're trying to do that thing. And if you're totally lost on what you should be singing in front of the mirror, just click the link down below for a free lesson and a number of exercises that you can work with in front of the mirror. The next thing that you should be paying attention to is your inhale. So before you start any phrase or scale while you're doing this in front of the mirror, watch your shoulders and your chest. see what happens when you're about to sing. So before you start the scale, does any of this happen? If it does, you have to backtrack and get rid of that habit. That is a very bad habit to get into. Why? When your shoulders rise and your chest rises, your neck muscles engage. And that's getting them involved in the strain that we were talking about earlier, where they're trying to take over for the work that should be done by the muscles inside the larynx. Get rid of that. Okay, Adam, but how should I be breathing in if I'm not going to breathe from my chest and my shoulders? Well, what we want to do is breathe from the stomach. So put a hand on your stomach and make sure that as you breathe in, your hand is pushed out by your stomach. That's a proper breath in. No movement here, it's all down here. That's the important part. So far that's 3 things to keep your eyes out for. Your inhale, do your shoulders and chest rise? Does your jaw jut forward when you're singing? Do your neck muscles bulge when you're trying to sing? The 4th thing to watch out for is your facial muscles. So when you're about to sing that high note, do you get this type of look on your face and you start to get this type of feeling in your eyebrows and or even this or this or this, anything like that? Can you do that line with a total deadpan face? Can you sing that really hard vocal line, whatever it might be? Oh, like that? Or does it end up being oh? Because when this is happening, it's a perfect mirror of what's going on inside the throat. So if these muscles are tense, these muscles are tense as well. So keep an eye out for that. Point number 5 to watch out for is how much is your mouth moving while you're singing? Are you singing your scales or your words like this? Is your mouth staying pretty much closed when you're singing an ah scale? We don't want to do that. We got to make sure that we open up wide when we're singing. Ah. This will allow for the sound to resonate, to come out the way that it should, and for the larynx to sit nice and relaxed in the throat, which is definitely very necessary for proper singing. So that's it. 5 things to watch out for when you're singing in front of the mirror, using that mirror as your vocal coach to walk you through making sure that you're improving on those bad vocal habits that might be cropping up for you. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more videos like this, check out that one right there. You's gonna like it. Click it now.